What's going on, my curious and intellectual people? Welcome back to Intriguing Insights, where deep conversations meet everyday life, looking beyond the obvious to uncovering meaning, challenge assumption, and find wisdom in places most people overlook. It is the season finale, the last episode of our growth and development journey together. We have covered some amazing topics with our lifelong process of growth. We covered some issues like commitment is a decision, letting go of old patterns, being a leader of yourself, respecting yourself is being disciplined, how to stop self sabotaging yourself, and creating a world that will tempt your success. So, today we're going to close chapter 1 of January 2026 with the topic Growth Doesn't Pause, People Do. Now, let's not get this confused with busyness or even the always on method that we was discussing the other day, because we know that is a slow road to burnout. But transformation doesn't end in January. Have you heard of the metaphor of continuous growth in nature versus human pauses? While human society frequently equates productivity with non-stop movement, nature demonstrates that growth is not linear or continuous, but rather a cyclic process that requires rest, dormancy, and inward development to build lasting resilience. Because growth is constant in the world around us. So why do we stop? So now that the month of January is ending, our goals, our purposes, and our growth is not. So what we must do is continuously put forth effort in order for us to build what needs to be built on top of what we have already achieved and accomplished in order to reach that end goal. Long-term change requires identity shift. It involves letting go limiting beliefs, adopting new narratives, and to embody actions of our desired selves until it becomes natural. So if I'm not saying always moving, being busy, and always on, how can I consistently put forth effort in order to develop this type of growth? Well, for one, we believe that activities is the only form of productivity and effort. But pausing from physical work and resting is a non-active necessity to our growth. Pausing, oftenly known as dormancy, is preparation for the next stage of our growth. It is restoration, not signs of laziness and failure. Rest is a cognitive oxygenation for our minds to build strength, giving us the ability to reorganize and rearrange the process. It's like taking a breather. It's a mental breather. It's just like the bamboo stick. Growth happens under the surface. It can spend years developing a massive, invisible root system before sprouting, which appears like inactivity, but actually is a formation necessary for foundation. It's important for us too to have these seemingly inactive moments so that way we can push forward. So I say this, commit to the process. And here I give you some healthy tips to formulate in your growth so that way you have a steady progress. Focus on your why. Remind yourself of the underlying reason for your journey to stay motivated. Embrace small wins. Celebrate tiny, incremental improvements. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Shift your focus from the final result to daily. This will help you from becoming overwhelmed and manageable. Be patient and consistent. Said this many times. Slow and steady wins the race. Now I'm going to give you some actionable steps. So, Break down your goals. Don't try to complete them in a large whole. Tackle them one by one. Get back on track ASAP because you will have setbacks. When setbacks occur, don't allow them to derail you from the entire plan because they will occur. It's a part of the process. So we got to get that out of our head that it's going to be smooth sailing. There's nothing easy in this life. Adopt a growth mindset. Seeing failures and challenges as opportunities to learn. Prioritize self-care. Very important. This keeps you from burnout because you have to manage your energy and your mental health or you end up burning out. Seek support and accountability. Surround yourself with people that will support you but also hold you accountable. So my question is, what will you carry into February? And take one of those signs from nature because growth never stops and neither should you. Even though it's inactive, it's still active. Kind of paradoxical, huh? People say, what are you doing? I'm doing nothing, but doing nothing is actually doing something. You're recharging. You're regenerating. You're preparing yourself and building strength in order for the next goal to tackle. So remember, clarity doesn't come from easy answers, but from the courage to ask the hard ones. So stay curious, stay open, and keep looking deeper. Peace.